Hello, and welcome. Welcome to the Video Game Valley. It's a beautiful day today. A perfect 72 degrees out. You won't believe it, but we're playing a 3DO game today. That's right. Feels like it's been a little bit. I don't actually know when we last played one of these. I love the 3DO, one of my favorite systems. We've got a game here that was only released in Japan. It's called Battle Pinball. I've got the box right here. The cover art is hilariously printed in extremely low resolution. The art that they used looks like it's 320 by 240. It's so low res. On the back of the box, it's got more low res art, and as well as one screenshot from the game itself, which looks like there are in fact two pinball games going on at once. You versus your opponent, who I imagine is going to be the computer, because I'm all alone. Thought the Saturn was your favorite. It is. I said the 3DO is one of my favorites, not my favorite. How's everyone doing today? You can have you can have many systems that you like. You know? Liking one system doesn't mean you have to hate all of the others. Said yesterday the 3DO has a lot of adult games on it. Should we be concerned? No, I don't have any of the adult games. Those are really expensive. Those are buck wild expensive. Probably because there weren't that many copies printed in the long run, and it's only really the hardcore collectors who are going after that stuff. Made the worst cup of tea possibly in history. I cannot imagine that's true. I guarantee you someone in the United States has made a worse cup of tea. A worse cup of tea. I'm sorry your tea didn't turn out well. I got a green tea with me. Green tea with jasmine. Pretty good. I'm still going through the less good tea. I can still get the tea that I really like. It's just I can't get the big bag anymore. I can only get a small bag, and it's much more expensive that way. It's so much more expensive. I want the big bag. It's probably worth getting the little bags though, because I've been less happy with this tea. I feel like my mood has been impacted by this green tea being not as good. To bring back tea in the U.S. I don't think it's really gone. I feel like you know, it's not as ubiquitous as it is in some other countries, but I feel like a lot of people drink tea here. I guess in the southern United States where I live, there's a lot of iced tea, but I do consider that a different thing, even though it is tea. For me, it's a little bit of a different kind of beverage, but plenty of people drink like herbal tea at night. It's not often drunk as like a source of caffeine in the United States, but sometimes it is. Kind of mug do you drink your tea from? It's a white mug. I can take a photograph. You know what? I'm gonna take a photograph of my mug. One second. I'm gonna take a quick photographic image. It's not particularly exciting. It's not a very exciting mug. I've got some exciting mugs. I've genuinely got some mugs that people would be like, "Oh my god, what a mug!" But my everyday tea mug. One moment. Bringing up this mug. Wife moved in from the south. She misses the iced tea, but she's been appreciating hot tea now. Yeah, I had to stop drinking iced tea just because I was getting too much caffeine from it. It's just really easy to drink tons and tons of iced tea. All right, here's the mug I drink from on stream. When I'm drinking green tea with jasmine, it's in this. It's in this mug. It's a 16-ounce mug. This is my my stream mug. Interesting shape. Yeah, it's a good mug. I like it. It's a pretty good mug. It's a good all-around mug. Has anyone seen the new folding ideas video? Dan Olson just put out a video on the Angry Video Game Nerd. I don't know if anyone's seen this. I feel so. Here's here's the thing. I watched the entire thing. I watched the entirety of the video. I feel like Dan Olson is not coming at the topic from a place of he's not coming at it from a mean-spirited place. He's coming at it from a very kind place. And in fact, a lot of the video is a defense of James. I feel like I do feel a little bit like if I was James and I watched that video, it would make me depressed forever. I feel like Dan Olson has, I've seen some mean-spirited videos about the Angry Video Game Nerd. I've seen some mean-spirited stuff about it. I've seen some takedowns of the Angry Video Game Nerd, and honestly, I don't think any of that stuff would have really genuinely bothered James in any kind of real way. James didn't do anything, right? No, not anything like you're meaning. But this video, I feel like it even though it's not mean-spirited, I feel like it's designed in a way to strip away James's protective covering out of his secret heart and stab at it and crush it. I have this just dark feeling after watching it where I don't think this video was intended as truly brutal as it is, but oh god, there's something about the way that it's constructed where it's just such a I just genuinely feel that it gets at a number of things that James might actually be truly care about. I don't know. Doug Walker's still yeah, the Doug Walker video was definitely intended as a takedown of that terrible movie he had made, but this one feels like it's not intended as mean-spirited, but it still feels much more like it's. I hope James doesn't watch it. I hope James doesn't watch it. I think it might actually be might actually do him psychic harm. Like it's too real. Yeah, it's too. James Olson has too much of like a direct spotlight into James's soul. I mean, maybe he doesn't. Maybe I'm just projecting. Maybe it's not really. Maybe it's not really that. Maybe Dan's sword is not that razor sharp. Maybe his light is not quite so focused. I don't know. James is already clearly no longer interested in the character. Well, see, that's the thing. I feel like the video is largely about James's failure as an artist and filmmaker. not really about the angry video game nerd character. It really cuts through all of the it doesn't pay all that much attention on any of the actual drama that's surrounded AVGN. It understands that all of that stuff is largely inconsequential. All right. I've seen a few videos on the Angry Video Game Nerd, and I think that they all largely do not understand even like the YouTube business. Like, they're just not very insightful. I've seen a bunch of them. They just haven't been very good. But this one, it seems it knows too much. Wow. It's a little alien. Wow. Welcome to the city. This is a great cutscene. Yeah, make some fire. Wonder what this has to do with pinball. Oh, a spooky graveyard. Look at that rat. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Hey, that's what I drew. There's the alien. There's death. There's a guy. There's some guy. There's a mole. Yeah. Does FilmCow have a Discord? There's a Video Game Valley community Discord. Links in the description. There is FilmCow discussion that goes on Anyway, the Dan Olsen video I was talking about. It's good. It is good. It's very good video. I just have conflicted feelings about it. Alright, let's Google Translate this. Training tournament. No, training knockout match. Tournament options. End. Got options maybe. Time limit. Number of holes, 3. Is this difficulty? Yeah, computer level. It's currently set to kind. How come so many old games just had a rock texture background in the play menu? That's a good question. I think so. This is my actual guess. I think the reason for that is because early photo editing software, let's leave it at this, had the ability to generate textures like this. Like, you can still do it. You could generate like rock textures and clouds. Those are it was basically the same generator, just with different amounts of smoothing. So you could just kind of open up a photo editor and be like, well, the background could be rock or cloud. Let me generate one of those two. When I first used Photoshop back in like 1995, all I could figure out how to generate rocks or clouds. Yeah. Alright, I think that's good. I don't want to go to training. I want to just do this. Knockout match. Alright, who are we gonna play? We're up against death. We can play the alien. Couldn't change the color of the rock. No, you could. You could definitely change the color of the rock. They mostly, I mean, most people just ended up going with gray. I think it started at gray. There was like default colors. The clouds would default to like, it would be white and then this light blue default. I still use cloud generation stuff in After Effects. I can do like animated cloud generation. It's a little more advanced now, but I use that sometimes when I want there to be like a subtle light shifting. There's a lot of different effects you can use for that. It's a good feature. It's a good basic feature that you can then put to many different uses. Alright, let's start with a mole. Why not? The mole just say, "What's up?"
伊集院木造対死神くん
Mm-hmm. Alright, I guess we'll start. Sky2Fall, thank you for the $9.99. You reminded me of Ryan. Just an animated interview of artist Ryan Larkin. It really showcases his vulnerabilities. I remember seeing a video of Larkin's reaction after being shown it. Larkin looked absolutely distraught. Oh god, yeah. Oh, I forgot all about this movie. Larkin. Ryan Larkin, my god. Yeah, Ryan is great. I really like the person who made this. Did some really good early CG stuff. I wonder what that person's doing. What is Chris Landreth doing? Oh, I don't see anything. Alright, Battle Pinball begins. I love these Hanna-Barbera sound effects they've added. Okay. So now. Tell the animator admired Larkin and his work, but clearly did not realize how his portrayal of the man would go over. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Yeah, the thing with the Dan Olsen Angry Video Game Nerd video is... You know, this isn't a video about, like, someone who's done terrible crimes or something. And this isn't even, like, a takedown of a specific project, like, what do you call it? It's Dan Olsen. Folding Ideas, it's a YouTube channel. This isn't like Doug Walker's The Wall, which, you know, falls within the realm of, that's just media criticism. Like, this is very much a takedown of James Rolfe's identity as an artist and filmmaker. So now I just It's very good, but it's...
Okay.
Look at how small my panels are. My panels got so small. Seem more like a reflection of Dan's own insecurities as an artist through the lens of Rolf. I mean, it is that. That's the, that's the, what do you call it? The framing device. But... Let's analyze this framing device through the fact that throughout the entire video, Dan is absolutely flexing his filmmaking skills on both a technical and artistic level. So you could say it's a reflection on Dan's own insecurities as an artist, and maybe that extreme dedication to making the video itself artistically competent and technically competent is part of that, but it just kind of feels more like it's digging into James. Part where Rolf is being projected nearly perfectly on his face was pure cinema. Yeah, he's I mean, Dan Olsen is a genuinely an extremely competent filmmaker who is not only like good at the technical and artistic side, but has a deep understanding of the medium. Wait. I did it. I don't once again, I don't know what I did. But I've won. It's one of my favorite video essayists. Yeah, I mean he's extremely good. Does AVGN have any sort of cultural influence anymore? I mean, the videos still get like a million views. It's still a pretty popular channel, so I would say yes. Like, I mean, clearly the peak for that has come and gone, but it's still very popular.
Yes.
Why is he so angry? If you haven't seen the Angry Video Game Nerd, it was saying Angry Video Game Nerd in 2024. It's like, oh, that's, yeah, I mean, there's what, that's all of them. That's there's what, there's what, 10 million Angry Video Game Nerds. They're all over the place. It was a novel concept at the time.
伊集院木造の勝ち。
俺に勝とうなんて10年早いぜ。
It was a character he created that would get frustrated at like NES games,
おっしゃ。
and then eventually other
伊集院
other
木
games
造
and stuff.
対伊集院木造。
I'm underselling it. He like James Rolfe has a charisma to him that made the videos compelling, and he also had like a lot of movie influences that added a lot of creativity to the videos, where like you know, you could start, the video would start with him being angry about some video game or whatever, and it could end with him in a room destroying fist fight with Bugs Bunny. Is that... We did it.
やれやれ、参ったな。素人相手に本気になっちまったぜ。昔の悪い癖だな。
Those are some great birds.
親方、どこ行ってたんですか？探しやしたぜ。
おう、今行く。
かつてピンボールの竜の名で世界を震え上がらせたこの男、伊集院木造。15
Oh my
年
God,
前の
translate.
この事件以来、その名はぱったりと聞かれなくなってしまう。
This man who once shocked the world with the name Dragon of Pinball. Ever since that incident a few years ago, his name has been heard outright. No one knows where he is now. We did it. Okay, I guess we'll go again. Let's play the alien.
グーレ対江戸の火消し。
I like that each player has their own board. Anyone who puts themselves out there can be judged, but not all judgments are created equal. Yeah, I'm still... Still trying to decide exactly how I feel about this particular Dan Olsen video, because it does. And once again, you know, if I'm making it sound like it's some sort of like takedown video or whatever, it's definitely not. It is largely a defense of James Rolfe as a person.
グーレイ君の勝ち。
It's not a drama vid for sure. Yeah, it's absolutely not that.
対死神くん。
Mm-hmm. As long as your score is ahead when the CPU player loses all their balls, you win. I see. It's the video comment in the Lady Emily video. No. That's one of the videos I saw in the Angry Video Game Nerd that I did not particularly like. I've liked a lot of Lady Emily's stuff. There's just a bunch of stuff about the, like, YouTube in general and the business that, as someone who's been a YouTuber for a very long time, she just got, like, some factual stuff wrong. Oh, I see. There we go, we won.
グレー君の勝ち。やれやれ、しょうがないなもう。
Alright.
グーレー対グーレー。
I do like that, one thing that Dan Olson mentioned, that there's something people have said about the Angry Video Game Nerd videos, which is essentially that, like, over time, the quality has gone down, and that it's, like, it's clear James doesn't want to work on them anymore and all this other stuff. And honestly, I myself have thought that they've been kind of pretty much the same and extremely consistent throughout the entire run. I just haven't really felt like they've changed all that much. So to hear Dan Olson say that too, I was like, yeah, I think that's correct. I think they're just as good and bad now as they ever were. Like, it's the problem, they never got better. I don't think that's necessarily a problem. I mean, it would be a problem for me as an artist, but you know, there's something to be said for someone maintaining a level of consistency over decades. Like, me personally, I kind of want to take anything I've been doing and transform it as time goes on, but that's not, like, the only way to do something. I think we're gonna lose. Consistency is important, but it's also not really how you carve your name. I feel like there's plenty of people, oh no, I think, yeah, we lost.
グレー君の勝ち。やれやれ。
you think about something like, I don't know, Jeopardy. The television show Jeopardy. Shows like that where, Alex Trebek, the consistency of his hosting absolutely carved his name into history. And I think that something like Angry Video Game Nerd being consistent over time has essentially had the same kind of effect. But yeah, I think the thing that the Dan Olsen video gets into that is the most like devastating is the conflict between what James actually does, which is very successful. Like I think the Angry Video Game Nerd as a series is one of the most successful executions of an idea in the history of internet video. I think we're gonna lose again. But James's like internal view of himself seems to be at conflict with the actual strength that he has as an artist. Whoa! We did it.
グーレイ君の勝ち。
しょうがないな、もう。
グーレイ対死神君。
Alright, we're going up against death. As always. That's how it always is. He was a trailblazer, now he's an aging, mugging caricature. Because everything else he's tried failed. Well, I mean, there's a little bit of a conflict in what you're trying to argue here. Arguing both that he's someone who hasn't changed and also that he's someone who's tried a bunch of new things that haven't worked out. The fact that it's 2024 and he's still regularly producing Angry Video Game Nerd episodes with the same level of quality that he always has is a pretty big accomplishment. Like, just because he never transformed into something other than that does not mean that mean he's a failure. I do think he's a failure as a filmmaker in the sense that he would describe himself as, but not in the sense that Angry Video Game Nerd is, by all measurements, a huge success. There's really no way to describe that stuff as a failure. Oh my god, I just noticed how many points the opponent has. They're gonna be here for a little bit. What the heck? I think I had weapons that I could have used against my opponent. No, we lost. I'll try again. I'm having a hard time with the alien. We'll try a different character. I'm just gonna play death this time. AVGN ever try a Patreon or other means of steady revenue besides joining the Screenwave? I mean, I think the Screenwave stuff was not just a monetization thing, but a logistical thing. But yeah, I have no idea.
Yatta! Peace, peace!
Alright, that's one win. Mm-hmm. Let's get this going. Oh god. Son of a gun. No, no, no. I've got my, oh no, my panels are normal sized again, that's good. Like Dan made an effort to make it seem like branching out and evolving as an artist was something he believed in James achieving, just that he hadn't yet. Speaking as a artist, I think the one thing that's probably my buzzer was going off, sorry. Oh no! Oh, we lost.
Yatta! Peace, peace!
Son of a gun. Speaking as a artist. Like, I feel like Angry Video Game Nerd is an extremely successful artistic project. And I'll try death again.
Yay!
It's one that I feel like anyone should be absolutely proud to have created and to have maintained for so many years. I feel like the one thing that might be holding James back from reaching his peak artistic potential, whatever that is the and this is something that the Dan Olsen video gets into, and is I think at the heart of the video is the conflict between like James's internal identity as an artist versus like the actual artist that he is. And you know, like I said before, speaking as an artist, you know, that's something that many, maybe even most artists come to grapple with at some point, of just like, you've got this idea in your head of the kind of artist that you want to be, and then maybe your skill sets actually lie in a different direction. So like when I started making videos, I actually didn't have all that much respect for short films. I thought that I had this like kind of, what do you call it, obnoxious view that like short films was like a lesser form of the art. I'm talking about many years ago. Like I was like 16, 17, something like that, and I was like, I'm gonna be making feature films. And like I watched short films, and I thought they were cool or whatever, but it always, like in my head, I just always imagined that people who made short films did it as a stepping stone to make real movies that were feature films. And I'm someone whose my career is almost entirely almost entirely short films. And you know, learning that that's something that I was actually good at, and coming to have a respect for that as an art form that's not like a lesser form of some other art. I can just imagine if I had not come to that maturity, like how that would psychically damage me over time. In a way that I feel like it may have psychically damaged James. Hey, we did it.
死神くんの勝ち。
やったー、ピースピース。
I find it funny that James is considered an artist for AVGN, but Doug Walker's continue to be considered a hack for at their core very similar shows. I feel like this is kind of like comparing Mulholland Drive and The Room. It's not quite that extreme, but you know, you could have a sort of you could do something that's similar to another thing, just much worse. Generally never considered an artist because his art is bad. Yeah, that is a good point. Like he is an artist, absolutely. He's not a good one, but I mean he is. The categorization of something should not depend on whether the thing is good. Oh no. We lost again. Man, I'm having a hard time.
江戸の火消しの勝ち。
あたわよ、こっちら江戸っ子で。
Considering Jim Davis an artist, my skinny brawl. Alright, he's an artist. He is. There are like he's not an artist primarily. Like Garfield as a comic strip, like from its inception, is, you know, it's a business idea. There's Jim Davis is a businessman first and foremost. It doesn't mean that he's not also an artist, but serious business. Garfield is serious business. Makes a lot of money, that Garfield. The art of business. The art of business. Ugh. My tiny paddles. What is that? My scores are so low. I gotta figure out how to get more points, because I've got so few points.
Okay. Okay.
So funny when they shrink their paddles as a punishment. It is pretty funny, yes. God, that score the enemy has is so high.
Okay.
Alright, I gotta get up to... I gotta get higher. I need more points.
Okay.
Aha! Maybe I can still do it. Those bats seem to give me most points. I need to get back to the bats. Back to the bats! Dang it. Oh ho ha! We did it. A big video essay month. Yes. Yeah, it has been. I gotta make my video essays. I'm gonna become a video essayist. I got my banana costume. That's the important part. I got my banana outfit. I'm ready to go. Yeah, I have a handful of ideas that I've started writing out. I think it's going to take a while for this to actually come to fruition. I don't have this sort of hubris that makes me think I can try my hand at a form I haven't tried before and just immediately be good at it. So I'm giving myself some time to develop develop this stuff. Last time you played a pinball game, you talked about doing video essays. Did I? That makes sense. Got a lot of time to think.
Okay. Sure now. Sure now.
Oh my god, no.
死神くんの勝ち。
やったー。ピースピース。
Anyway, my video essays, they're gonna take place on a sort of apocalyptic realm that I'm hanging out in my banana costume in. Everyone's got like a visual style with video essays. Everyone's got their own style. Mine's gonna be apocalyptic wasteland, and I'm dressed like a banana.
Yay!
I shouldn't have picked death again. I've been doing terribly with this character.
Yay!
Well, we're up against death. Ed, thank you for the $5. Jason, you have a subreddit of haters not looking to join, just asking. I did. It's not active anymore. It was just the FilmCow subreddit. Not FilmCow official, but just FilmCow. It became that for a while, but they've lost their way, I suppose. Most of their hate was based around the idea that I had that the Charlie the Unicorn finale was an elaborate scam, that there was never going to be a finale. That it was all a ruse. So once the finale came out, it was like it took a lot of the wind out of their sails. And then when I announced that Shadowstone Park was coming back as the fall of Shadowstone Park, it got a slight second wind for like a couple of weeks, where they were like, aha, alright, so we were wrong about Charlie the Unicorn, but this one's definitely a scam. There's definitely not gonna be fall of Shadowstone Park. And after that, they disappeared. They didn't even show up when the Llamas and Hats Kickstarter was going on. So I think they're gone. Let's try this guy.
Yanni!
江戸の火消し対グーレル。
How is something you're releasing to everyone to view without asking directly for money to access the video a scam? The idea... So... The idea was... I ran a Kickstarter for a Charlie the Unicorn finale that I never planned to produce, to basically do a take the money and run situation. Someone said I used that money to buy a house. Someone said I used that money to move to the Florida Keys, I think. I've lived in the same place since 2010. Have not moved to the Florida Keys. Did not use the money to buy a new house.
グーレル君の勝ち。
Let me try again.
Yanni!
The reason they believed all this stuff was that The finale was late. It took much longer than I thought to put it together for various personal life and physical health reasons, but once it actually came out, they switched tactics where they were like, all right, clearly the previous statements that I had no plans to actually make a finale were incorrect, but clearly it must have still been a scam somehow. So the idea at that point was that it would benefit me in some way to take super duper long to get to get it done. That there was some benefit to me to spend a long time on it instead of a short amount of time. What that benefit was kind of nebulous. There was never really a clear indication of what that of how I benefited from a much longer production schedule. They started calling me Jason Steele. I don't think they did start. I mean, maybe they did. They started calling it. There was one person who was like, "Oh, it's Charlie the Unicorn, the Grand Scam Witch." You sure they weren't being ironic? Oh, they definitely weren't being ironic. There was one person who, this is very funny. They had, I think that they were actually a backer on the Kickstarter. Many of the people who were the most upset were not backers. Nearly all of the backers were extremely cool about the whole situation. Like nearly everything was, nearly everyone was completely fine. But there was one backer who had backed it, I think it was $10. It was either $10 or $15. This person backed either $10 or $15. But I guess they thought that wasn't enough money to have an opinion on the situation, which, you know, if you back any amount of money on a project, you know, you're allowed to have opinions on it. It's fine. But I think that they thought that their opinion would have more weight if it seemed like they put more money into it. And so on Reddit, when they would talk about the finale, they would say that they had backed at the $1,000 level, which was not the case. I feel like there was some level of projection of like the people so willing to so casually lie about stuff, accusing me of lying when I said I was still working on the Charlie the Unicorn finale. There was another person who said it was like in 2019, Jason completely disappeared, and you could not contact Jason about anything. Jason was just vanished from the internet. And as some of you might know, I was live streaming every single day at that time. Like, that was demonstratively not true. I was here every day. If anyone was watching this stream at the time in 2019, like, you probably remember, it was pretty regular, a pretty regular occurrence for people to come in the chat and ask about the Charlie finale. And, you know, I didn't answer every single person, but because, you know, they were here every day. I'm glad we moved past that, yeah. And we lost again, oh my god. Can I just not win unless I'm the mole? Yeah, try the mole again.
Hey!
伊集院木造対死神くん
I don't know if anyone else remembers this as clearly as I do, but about 3 months after the Charlie the Unicorn finale came out, someone came into chat of this stream and was really angry that the Charlie the Unicorn finale still wasn't out. Oh god, I was like ball immediately. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Yes, I saw that. It was very funny. Oh my god. God, I'm doing so bad. It's like that Japanese soldier who kept fighting well after World War II was over. Yeah. Imagine being angry about unicorns. At the time, when I was like in the middle of like producing it, it was hard for me to have like a healthy opinion on the situation. Like, I just felt miserable about it the entire time. Like, it really bummed me out that it was taking so long. I did not like, you know, I don't like disappointing people. Now that I'm like years later, I have a healthier kind of view of the whole thing, and I'm like, man, that was... It was not really that big of a deal. Like, I really wish it had come out earlier, but in the grand scheme of things, the release date of the Charlie the Unicorn finale was not a particularly important date. People harassed me about my dead grandmother. my grandmother died, and people thought it was a part of the Charlie the Unicorn conspiracy. That was the roughest part of that. I remember I was at my grandmother's funeral. She had she had a cancer that she didn't like suffer particularly long. It was like she had some complaints, went to the doctor. They discovered that she had pretty widespread cancer. Like, she passed away within like a few months of that.
俺に勝とうなんて10年早いぜ。
But I was pretty close with my grandmother. We had a pretty good relationship, and I was extremely distraught by the whole thing. And I was at her funeral, and I received an email as I was there from someone who was very angry about the Charlie the Unicorn delays, and told me that my grandmother dying was my fault for the Charlie the Unicorn finale taking too long, and that she must have died disappointed in me. Like, there's a couple of people who are so angry. They were so angry about this. Like, at the time, this genuinely messed me up in a way where, like, I just largely stopped engaging at all with any of the people asking about the finale. Which is like part of the reason why people were like, "Oh, you disappeared." And I was like, I did stop posting updates about it until it was finished, because it was like I just couldn't deal with that anymore. I can laugh about it now because it's like I've got enough distance from it that the absurdity of it is so clear. Just the someone who's like imagined this great wrong in their head to the point where they can justify them doing the most like vicious thing. This accidentally happened to my wife last week. She just got home from psych today. I'm glad she's back home, but I'm so sorry that someone did something like that to her. Amazing you were still streaming in that time period. Would have actually disappeared if someone did that BS to me. I feel like the stream was like a pretty big help just in terms of me getting back to a good mental state. Like, even with the people occasionally coming into chat to be jerks. Like, I just kind of cut myself off from most people and things at that time. So having this hour or two a day talking with people was very helpful. The month of videos got steadily darker. Yeah, I had a good time putting those together. I was worried about, YouTube algorithm stuff really messes with you if you haven't put stuff out in a while. So I wanted to have stuff coming out, and I wanted, people to know that I was still here, still working on stuff. But yeah, I was in a reasonably bad place mentally. We lost again.
伊集院木造の勝ち。
俺に勝とうなんて10年早いぜ。
YouTube algorithm give you a boost on videos because you stream regularly? Oh no, the regular streaming is like absolutely killed the channel. As much as the stream was good for me mentally and in terms of like super chats and stuff, kept things going through the worst of the stuff financially. It absolutely has had a huge negative impact on the videos getting views. I guess I'm playing the death again. YouTube algorithm sucks. Yeah, it's not great. YouTube, I kind of believe what's happened is consider switching to Twitch. No, I mean I've streamed stuff on Twitch, but I like this platform, and this is where most of my audience is. But I believe what's going on, so I don't have like any insider knowledge into the YouTube algorithm. A lot of it is, there's a lot of people who try to figure stuff out in terms of, I've just seen a lot of conflicting information, which makes YouTube closely guards a lot of the algorithm secrets. But I think what's actually happened with this channel is YouTube definitely attempts to categorize different channels and content as either like high quality or low quality based on various different metrics. And I think at some point doing the daily live streams that I would say the majority of my subscribers just are not actually interested in, and so they don't click on. After a certain amount of time doing that, I think the switch got flipped on my channel proper, where it just categorizes the stuff as low quality now. I wish it would separate the live streams from the videos, but it doesn't. Because like I can go back to like a very specific video and a very specific period of time where like every video before that video when it was released, it reached around the same number of people, higher or lower depending on the video. But then after that point, it like very clearly like something had switched to where YouTube just wasn't serving it to people anymore. And I know this is the case because the one second. Like the last video that I put out before the switch happened was the Joe Biden video with the teapot. I put out that video. My channel was still categorized as however it was, and it did fine. And then the next video I put out after that was the third episode of the Charlie the Unicorn finale. This was when I was releasing them in like episodically. And that video just went nowhere. It just It just absolutely died. I put it out and it just didn't do anything.
伊集院木造の勝ち。
俺に勝とうなんて10年早いぜ。
And I feel like, of all the videos I could put out, the one that I would most expect to be able to do well on the channel would be Charlie the Unicorn. I wouldn't expect that it would do as well as it had in yesteryear or whatever, but it definitely should have done better than Joe Biden and the talking teapot. But no, it was just like, oh no, something has happened. something terrible has happened with the channel.
おっしゃおっしゃ
伊集院木造対伊集院木造。
So that's why the person came in ranting about the Charlie the Unicorn finale not being out. Yeah, a lot of people just didn't get either the notification or get it served into their list, and that still happens to this day. I mean, that's a problem with that many channels have in general. But YouTube definitely decides how many people it wants to show your video to. Like, that's just part of how the system works. Because, you know, it wants people to click on things. And so you spend more time on YouTube. So it's not gonna show you something if it thinks there's a good chance you're not gonna click on it. YouTube straight up doesn't give me notifications for you anymore. That's the algorithm. It's like, no, you don't want to.
俺に勝とうなんて
You don't wanna see
10
this.
年早いぜ。
I suspect the YouTube algorithm looks at the total number of videos, including the streams, versus the total click-through rate. Yeah, I do think it is the click-through rate on the streams that's had the largest negative impact on the channel. So the most recent video I put out, Shadowstone Park and Beyond, Episode 1. This actually has the very highest percentage of likes to dislikes than any cartoon I've ever put out. I want you to know at the moment it has 3,052 likes. 3,052 likes. It has 4 dislikes. 3,052 likes. 4 dislikes. I've simply never put out a cartoon that had that few people dislike it versus likes. Like even my most beloved videos or whatever. It's absolutely nothing close to that. So the people watching that video are liking it. It also is my worst performing cartoon in the history of the channel. I have never put out a cartoon in the history of the channel that has done this poorly. It's only doing ever so slightly better then the audio plays. So this is definitely like, this was definitely the algorithm burying this one for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason was. Because like the algorithm has been kind to me in recent months, in the sense that when I was doing the Llamas with Hats Kickstarter stuff, like some of those videos did pretty well. So there's the initial 2 days in which it decides how many of your subscribers it actually wants to show it to, and then after that it makes a secondary decision whether or not it wants to continue promoting it to a wider audience. And 2 of the promotional videos I did, it did decide to shoot it out to a larger audience, which is how some of them ended up with like hundreds of thousands of views instead of tens of thousands of views. So I did have algorithm luck in those instances. So it's like, whatever YouTube thinks of the channel, it is still possible to put something out that it decides to send out further. But for whatever reason, the latest Shadow Stone Park decided it didn't want to show anymore. Man, I'm just doing real bad at this. Hey, leave this. We need to try one of the other modes. I think it's multiplayer. I don't know what this is, but let's click it. I see. Are we actually gonna watch the? Oh my god, are we? Are we gonna just watch two people fight? No, we're not actually watching. Okay. When will Elsa Reacts be available to watch again? Oh, all that stuff is available in the playlist tab. You just go to the FilmCow ads section. Anyway, I'm in the fortunate circumstances of like the YouTube channel stuff It thankfully happened after I had already built up a viewership. So, like, the fact that I have as many people as I do supporting the Patreon has meant that even as YouTube buries the channel, like, I'm still able to do this stuff. As long as the Patreon support, like, maintains itself, like, it ultimately doesn't really matter what happens with the YouTube algorithm. It would be a lot easier to get the Patreon to maintain itself if I was getting a lot more views, but I'm able to keep things going thanks to Patreon support. Oh my god. I lost the tournament.
グーレイ君の勝ち。
やれやれしょうがないなもう
決勝戦。グーレイ対グーレイ。
Aaron, thank you for the $50. Goodness. That note, it's been too long since we've sent you money. Here's money. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I wasn't saying all this to be like, please give me more money right now. I'm doing okay, but so I appreciate it, Aaron. Thank you. I will buy some delicious foods with that $50. Oh my god, there's a pizza place that I ordered from a couple days ago that makes all these wonderful vegan pizza stuff. Oh, congratulations to the alien, by the way, the alien one. And I went to the app today, and it now says it's out of my delivery range. It's not all that far away. I don't know why it's saying this now. I hope it goes back to within my delivery range. Because, you know, I had just found this place, and it was so delicious. I don't understand. Jonesing for pizza since you mentioned it. Maybe we can pick it up when you're over tomorrow. Because I was so excited. So excited to get this. FilmCow Discord for Patreon subs. No, it's a what do you call it? It's a community-run Discord for the Video Game Valley, and also has like a lot of FilmCow stuff. You can join it by following the link in the description. You can also go to thevgv.com, as in the Video Game Valley. Thevgv.com. There's a link to the Discord invite, as well as a link just to the stream and the stream archive and all that kind of stuff. Oh man, it still has a link to the Video Game Valley Twitter. I haven't updated that in a long time. Maybe I should get rid of that link. The local franchise fired their own drivers. Now it does all their deliveries by third party. Well, I was ordering it in the third party app. I was ordering it through DoorDash. Like, they do their deliveries through DoorDash. It's weird that pizza places don't have regular delivery anymore. Yeah, it is weird. Some of them do. Oh, God, I'm on the right side now. Oh, this is messing with my head. I'm on the right side. This is me on the right side over here. Oh, no. Pizza and Chinese used to be the only thing you could get delivery from. Yeah, there would occasionally be like other types of restaurants that would have delivery, but it was pretty uncommon. Too bad delivery jacks up the price so much. It's like 50% markup now. Yeah. It's absurd. It's not a great system for anyone. Not for the restaurants, not for the drivers, not for the people ordering.
It's
a great system for the shareholders. I don't even know that any of the... Are these services, like, making money yet? A lot of this stuff, it's built around losing a bunch of money for a while to force everyone else out of the market. Left again. Pickup has markups now. Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. Jackie Lope, thank you for the $2. Hubba 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 awooga flibbity ski bop crocodoo. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hubba hubba. Hubba awooga. Flibbity ski bop crocodoo. Wise words. I just realized how many points my opponent has. That's too many. Whoa, a cannon. What the heck? Yeah. Son of a gun. Well, we had some good talks tonight. I do recommend the Dan Olson video on the Folding Ideas video on the Angry Video Game Nerd. It's a masterfully done video. Even if I think it's... Even if I have some qualms with it. Why if I don't know. If I'm trying to figure out exactly what's the nature of my qualms. Is it ethical? Do I just feel bad seeing someone shot through the heart? This is... have this new fear now that one day someone will make a similar video about myself. I'm like, oh no. I feel like I've never really had imposter syndrome, since a lot of artists have. I've been pretty. I've had imposter syndrome in terms of like social stuff, just like no one would want to be around me. No one would want to be around me physically because I'm an obnoxious person. That sort of stuff. But in terms of like my my art, I feel like I have a reasonable assessment of my own artistic qualities. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm an artist. I don't think I'm a great artist, but I have no doubt that I am, in fact, a artist. But watching that Dan Olsen video, I'm like, oh god. Oh god. Hey. What if someone with that level of skill deconstructed all of my artistic faults? Would I survive that process? I'm not sure I would. Plans of writing a really bad autobiography. Autobiography. That's a good question. I think it would be really funny to write a Angry Video Game Nerd style, or sorry, a James Rolfe style autobiography where just every chapter is about one of the early FilmCow videos, like Orange or the Gourd. One of my earliest works, The Gourd, where my cousin David put on a Target discount Halloween cloak, carried a big stick, and waved it around Nick as Nick ran away with his dried up gourd we had. Just write multiple chapters on the gourd. The thing is, I understand that impulse completely. 100%. I think I would be that person if, for whatever reason, like I wasn't happy with the work that I was doing now. I was just fondly remembering the times in which I was following my artistic ambition, and that just happened to be when I was a teenager. I too would be creating a loving, descriptive list of all of my childhood works. Alright, I guess I'm done. I guess that's it. Free Redmond, thank you for the $5. Half the book is about to hit it with a car. I'd buy multiple copies. Hit it with a car. I gotta do more with Hit It With a Car. Maybe I can get Chris on board for a... You know that feature film idea I had? I could probably do that as an audio play. I don't think there's any chance a feature film getting funded and filmed of the Hit It With a Car movie, but I could probably do that as an audio play. It's probably something I could do. Special thanks to the FilmCow Patreon supporters. Greatly appreciate the support. Cannot emphasize that all of these names, these are the load-bearing names at at FilmCow. These names are the reasons why when you watch a FilmCow video, it doesn't stop a minute in to talk about NordVPN. You can thank all of those people. You will never see NordVPN in a FilmCow video. They'll never show up. They'll never make an appearance. You know what? I guess Dan Olsen doesn't do that either. Jenny Nicholson too. I have a lot of respect for the people on YouTube who have like Patreon support and then don't also fill up their videos front to back with sponsorships. Okay. Like, I understand the reason for the sponsorships. YouTube revenue is extremely bad, even if you're like reasonably popular. It just doesn't make a lot of money. Whereas sponsorships absolutely do. But there's some people out there who get a pretty substantial amount from Patreon and then also still do the sponsored stuff in their videos. And I think if people are already having to sit through YouTube ads, they shouldn't also have to sit through NordVPN stuff. I don't know. This is going to sound absurd, but for the longest time, I didn't even run video ads on my videos. They used to have these like little pop-up ads. They were like AdSense stuff, and those brought in a good amount of money. Like those were fine. They brought in enough money that for like the whole entirety of the like peak of FilmCow, when we were doing our absolute best. I probably should have run video ads and then just saved that money for rainier days, but I just hated them. I mean, I still hate them. I still had the video ads. I just didn't run them, and so the channel at its peak made enough money to cover the bills, but like it wasn't bringing in like an absurd amount of cash that it might have if I'd been running the video ads. Yeah, probably should have ran them. but I hated them so much. I hated them. There's probably like 300 million of the FilmCow views that I just didn't run ads on. Didn't run video ads on. That probably could have brought in some cash. But I didn't need that extra money at the time. Pushed so many ads, people like me caved and got premium, only to still be forced ads through the creators themselves. You can never win. At least those are easier to skip. I really like the feature YouTube added of like showing you the little loopy graph of like where people are rewatching the video. Makes it really easy to see where the end of an ad is. Principals don't pay the bills, sadly. Well, in some regards. In some regards. I feel like a lot of my choices have had negative financial and business impacts in the short term, but I feel like there's a number of people who back me on Patreon who maybe wouldn't if I had made all of the self-interested choices all of the time before, I guess. Like, I think long-term, having some principles is a good thing, actually. Outside of just the principles themselves, I don't know. Play Raid Shadow Legends in the Valley. I play Raid Shadow Legends. I have no idea what that game is. I've heard it mentioned so many times, and I've seen so many sponsorships for it. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what that is. No clue. It must be very popular. One of those preying on addiction games. Well. Next time you tune in, whether it's tomorrow or whenever, I'll be sponsored by Better Health. I'm gonna get a Better Health sponsorship for this stream. I'm gonna every time we cut to Birthday Machine, it's gonna have a big Better Health ad segment as part of it. Are people still doing those sponsorships with Better Health? Are people still? I'm lucky in that I just I don't know. I haven't actually encountered a YouTuber doing one of those sponsorships in the wild. M&M's Racing, sponsored by Better Health. M&M's Racing. David Bennett Piano did it. I don't know who that is, but don't do it. Freaking movie therapy guys do it. What is an actual therapist? Oh, that sucks. That's no good. Wasn't Better Health exploiting its users or something? Yeah, it's exploiting the users. It's exploiting the providers. It's selling data unethically. It's doing a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things it's doing. There's been a couple of over the years, there's been a handful of advertisers on podcasts and YouTube that I feel like people should know better. I think it was it was a while ago. I used to listen to the McElroy brothers, and they did at one point they did a sponsorship for this predatory lending group. I was like, how do you? I don't understand how you don't intuitively understand that maybe this is the sponsorship you should you should pass on. Like, there's a lot of sponsors out there. There's a good number of them. Especially if you're if you're doing something where you have like a lot of offers and stuff, like you can generally pick and choose. Andy Burback does a decent job being selective about his sponsorships. I don't know who that is, but glad he's. Oh yeah, I do know who that is. What am I talking about? Sorry, I've seen this guy's road trip videos about the Margaritaville and the other stuff, the Rainforest Cafe, and the ghost kitchens. Yeah. You know, he does good stuff. I haven't watched his stuff in a little bit, but I should probably tune back in. Yeah, I like Eddie. That's good to hear about the sponsors. It's good to hear. You heard of established titles? No. What's established titles? Stopped listening to my Bim Bam shortly after Yahoo died. Yeah, I think I stopped listening to it before then. It's some funny stuff. A scam. Established titles is a scam novelty thing where you can buy the ability to call yourself a lord. Oh. But you can do that with Sealand. I would recommend I would recommend doing that with Sealand instead. They get a Sealand sponsorship. Principality of Sealand, the micronation on a barge. You could buy, become a lord or lady, sir or dame, baron or baroness, count or countess. Yeah, I'm going to become a countess of Sealand. Like buying a star and calling yourself a galactic overlord. Why not? Real joke is you can just call yourself by any title. Yeah, you don't have to pay someone. You can't just call yourself that. I, for one, am a marquis. It's a good title. I wonder if I can be a czar. I could probably be a czar. Maybe Shadowstone Park falls on financial troubles and starts selling square meters at the park for revenue. It's a good business idea. I like the 3 different spellings of czar that has shown up in chat. It's very good. Czar Steel sounds like a wrestler. Czarina Steel, on the other hand, Czarina. Czar. I didn't even know Czar was gendered. Czarina. Zarina's a name. It's also a name, yes. Imperator Steel. Imperator Steel. If I was going to be an Imperator, I'd probably use my my pen name. Artemis Rathmore. Imperator Rathmore. Artemis Rathmore. I created this pen name to write under, but then I just started writing under my my legal name. I still use Artemis Rathmore for stuff, like when I enter my name in high score stuff. I put Art. Imperator Rathmore sounds so dang cool. it's a good name. Thought you just liked Art. No, it's just a name I like. I keep thinking one day maybe I'll make it official, because I like the idea of having like a credit card, like handing someone a credit card and it's Artemis Rathmore. It says on it. Just over the years, I've thought about different potential, like different names I could take, and I've mostly imagined either credit cards or business cards for some reason. When I'm imagining these names, it's gotta be a name that looks good on a card. It's very important to me. Artemis Rathmore. Before that, it was Jackie Fathom, which I think is also a good name, and also looks good on a card. What I like about Artemis Rathmore is it's extremely dramatic. it's it's just a very dramatic name. My credit card is so sick. I bet, yeah. Gotta make some surname changes. Yeah, I hardly recommend anyone change your name. Name should be easier to change. Like, I think my birth name is a good name. Jason Steele is a fine name. It's not the name I would have picked for myself. It's always bothered me a little bit that my last name Like, I feel like I would be less interested in changing it if I had a Greek last name. Because, like, I am much more connected with the Greek side of my family. My mom is Greek. My dad was not Greek. I got my dad's last name. I know essentially none of my family on that side. But I know literally hundreds of family members on my mom's side. So I've always been much more connected with that side. I've just always, like, internally, it's like, oh yeah, we're Greek. But lead singer's last name is Steele. My bass player's last name is Pappas. Yeah, that's my mom's maiden name. Stephanie Pappas. Daughter of Xenia Pappas and Andrew Pappas. Family's also got Didymus, Lapis. Got Anastasio. Got a bunch. bunch of good names. His name is also Andrew. Andrew Pappas. Yeah, there's a ton of Greek Andrews. Andrew, Gus, Nick. I have no fewer than 4 Uncle Gus's. I've got 2 Uncle Gregorys. No, I've got 3 Uncle Gregorys. Yeah. Choose the Greek name for steel. That's an interesting idea. I don't actually know what that is. Let me see. From English to Greek. Steel. Atsali? Yeah, Atsali. Atsali. I don't know if that's gonna work. Jason Atsali. Eh. Seems hard to spell. It's not too hard. It doesn't really feel like a last name, but maiden names on both sides of my family were way better. Stupid marriage naming conventions. Yeah. That's Sally. Imagine your last name being Spadicopita. Spadicopita. Why not? Maybe I'll do that. My new last name is Spadicopita. It feels a little insulting, but why not? Spadicopita sounds pretty good, actually. It's a good word. It's a pretty good word. changing my last name to Pierogi. Hello, my name is Johnny Apple Pie. I guess we're probably done. I felt like talking more tonight. I feel like the Dan Olsen video has just gotten me really shaken up. I just feel like it's too powerful. I have hope in my heart that James Rolfe never sees it, because I think it will legitimately damage him psychically. I think it's got me all on edge. Just got all these feelings now. What if he's watching? What if James Rolfe is watching this stream? It's funny. There's some comments I saw in the video, which were like, "Dang, Dan, what did James do to you? What did James do to you?" I don't understand why you went this hard. And it's funny because I legitimately like think that the video itself is like, you know, half of it is a defense of James Rolfe, and like I don't think any part of it is mean spirited. It is. I think what people are reacting to is the fact that it does seem like so much of like hitting a weak point, I guess. Like such a calculated and surgical strike. Even if it's not like intended as an attack, it works so much better than like an actual attack would have, causing psychic damage to someone. Well, none of my business, I suppose. Nothing to do with me. I don't gotta spend so much time worrying about it. I could just mosey on off and not think about it again. What's the name of this video? I think it's I Do Not Know James Rolfe. Something like that. It's on the Folding Ideas. Yeah, I don't know James Rolfe. It's on the Folding Ideas channel. Extraordinary video, production-wise. The amount of skill that's gone into the filmmaking aspects of it is extraordinary. Alright. Well, I guess that's it. Do not know James Rolfe, but I learned a lot about him tonight. Learned a lot about James Rolfe. What was the one second. Sorry to extend this even further. There was a video he did. There was a video he did years ago. I don't even know who the guy is that he did it with. It was a Christmas video where he's reviewing the Sega Activator. It's Christmas and he's got this guy with him dressed as an elf. And just the entire time, they're just like destroying the set that they're on. It's like, it's got all these kind of gags. And I feel like people hated this video. But I think this was the purest expression of angry video game nerds, like skills. Just the pure destruction that happened in this video. And people hated it. That was too bad. I think he would have been happier if he kept doing stuff like that. Looks like a fun shoot. Yeah. Someone properly educated about filmmaking. His films all look terrible. They've got a... I've always felt they had like a trauma vibe to them, where the actual, like, the aesthetic of it helped rather than hindered the videos. Like, I feel like if they were made with more technical skill, they would actually lose a fundamental quality to them. All right, I'm gonna head out for real now. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great night, everyone. Great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a good one. Farewell, everyone. I love you all.